So today is a bit more fun with the modular synthesis stuff that I've had a little shot of before. Somebody had mentioned the THX sound on a comment on another video, and it reminded me of the story of how that THX sound was made. The THX sound is the one that comes on at the start of the cinema, which is just an enormous kind of amalgamation of notes that eventually come together into a nice sort of harmonic chord. And it's not done the way that I'm fiddling about with it just now. It's done by a computer program that started all the notes in one place and ended them all in a nice place, but how they got there was completely random, and that's why it's such a sort of organic kind of noise. But yeah, let's have a look at. Let me show you what I am working with at the moment. Okay. Here we go. So this is the modular synthesis that I've been using before, and if I switch all the cables on, you'll see how it's all patched together. Gets quite complicated after a wee while when you're playing with it, but essentially each one of these sets beside the black strips represents a note. So it's an oscillator, an envelope, and an amplifier that's used to generate a note. So this is what it sounds like right now. So it starts fairly random, but eventually it all comes together. And I'm just having a sort of play around with it, but I've left one of these empty so that you can see how it goes together. So this one down at the bottom, I'm going to start hooking up. So the first thing I need to do is what's called the gate, which opens and closes as you might expect, but that's what allows the note to be triggered. So let's connect that up first to the envelopes, and the envelopes open and close as well, but they have stages to them where you can tell it how long it's going to take to open and then close down and then stay at a certain length for an amount of time, and then what it does when you release the key. So we're going to use the envelope to change the pitch from this place to this place. So let's hook that up as well. So one goes into the frequency modulation and the other one goes into the amplifier, and then put the output over to here, and let's just solo that and see if we have a noise out of it yet. Actually, let me just connect the pitch into there so it knows where to start. So that's this one that I've just started playing with. So you can see if I bring the attack right down on this envelope, then the pitch won't change at all. Because what the attack is doing is telling it to ramp from here to here, taking a certain amount of time. And I want this one to go down the way right enough, because quite a few of the other ones go from the bottom to the top, whereas I want this one to go to the top to the bottom, so that there's just a nice bit of difference. So let's bring on one of the other oscillators, one of the other noises, and see if that's going to end up in the right place that's fairly harmonic. I think that might be too low. Oh, it's not bad actually. Well, let's bring on some of the other sounds and see how that is. That's not too bad. So let me take all the solos off so we can fully hear them all. Yeah, so each one of these is representing a different note. So there's 5 of them there, and they all start in a different place, and they all end in a different place, but it was important to get that ending point in a sort of harmonic form so that it ends up being something that sounds nice. The other thing I was doing is just to use a filter to make the sound slightly softer or slightly duller at the start, and as it sort of bends towards the right notes, it gets a little bit brighter. So let me turn that on. Yeah, that's not too bad, not too bad. I could play with this one a wee bit more and see where we get to. might leave it there. Yeah, not too bad. All a bit of fun. As I say, it all gets a bit messy with all these cables, but it's nice sometimes to be able to do that virtually instead of having the hardware to do it, because I think I would just get lost. Yeah, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.